Hello guys, and welcome back to Broken Sword. And I figured out what I'm supposed to do, so I just missed something, which is kind of like me, so, let's go to the pants. To be honest, I don't think it
I
is
turned the
that...
pants over again.
Yeah, you did. To be honest, I don't think it's that obvious, but, well, there's this thing here. I...
I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord.
Well, guess what that
I
did
turned the
then.
pants over again.
Gosh, the cord is gone. Well, let's...
There was nothing in the pocket.
What? I was gonna say.
I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Great, so we got that.
It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Okay, now what though? I mean, we just wanted information, right? So we should be done now, I think. Um, I don't know. I guess I'll try talking about that card. Ask about the Gruber Corporation or something, or...
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Wow, you're late.
Positive.
Dude, you're slow. Wow. Well, I guess we gotta talk to the lady again. Piermont, I think it was.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Oh, God, our voice. Oh, it doesn't get better the more you hear it. No, no, sorry. Well, let's...
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful...
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George!
Sorry about the skip there, by the way. Didn't really mean to click, but finger kind of twitched.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
Okay, so we can't know what it is yet. Well, brilliant. Well, let's see what he actually says about it.
It was the ancient manuscript which Khan had stolen from Plantar.
Alright, well, let's go.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
That would make sense. I'm immediately reminded by that alley, because you can walk into it, so clearly there is a reason, and there is a ledge above it, so I think this is pretty clear, right? Adventure Games 101, or well, fine, maybe 103. Yep.
I knew this
Drop
was
it.
no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
And that is why they should probably also walk around the building sometimes, but, you know. Well, let's simply walk outside now. And then walk into the alley. And then I hope it will let me actually leave the hotel, because I have not figured out how to leave. I'm just hoping that it just doesn't let you once you're in the hotel.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Those guys. And there it is.
If the
Voila.
manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
I don't think you'd care much about the checking out. Well, you'd not care
Hi,
about...
how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
You'd not care about checking out the manuscript, right? I mean, be honest, George. Why are you doing this? It's on the screen. You know, my mouse may be indicating something. I don't know. Now, well, to be fair, that's the feeling I've been getting. But he did actually want to investigate it before he saw Nico. So, you know, let's ask the regular options first and then show the scroll.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, Josh.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Well, go live in the countryside then. I mean, if you don't like the city, just live somewhere else. Though the city is more convenient, especially if you have to, well, I don't know. Hell, you can travel from anywhere these days, so. Right, let's get to it then. Let's actually start with the, you know, keep the big reveal for last. So.
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantark?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, two guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of two knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Really? This is where the game is going? What?
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Oh, really?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
So we were going off to the individual parts now or something, or?
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
Well, you'd
I don't
only see
think
the
I'd
head.
like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod. There's a guy with a between.
Okay. Well, that opened up this one, so... Well, you're just gonna have to look at all of them, right?
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover? It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
Crocodile was awesome. I mean, seriously, that crocodile kicked ass.
A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again. Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krone Museum. I'll give you the address.
Really, he's your contact. Wouldn't it be more logical for you to go over there, or perhaps together? That just seems weird to me. But, okay, let's look at it again. Let's examine the...
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
center one.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, we already read the... Well, we kind of went over it, but I just hadn't clicked on it, so... What
There's
now?
a woman, but
What do you want?
and through
Let me out.
there's a but
Oh, there we go. You have to click all 4 of them, and then only then does it go out. Weird.
let's take another look at
No, oh god, what am I doing?
there's a guy. There's
What am I doing?
there between.
Right.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget.
No, I definitely won't. I wouldn't dare. No. No, not the police post. There we go. Just moving away. So it is. Right, let's go in. Hi.
The attendant had an air of self-importance and the kind of steely eyes that never seemed to blink.
Well, he does perfectly freeze while you're looking at him, though, so...
Pardon me,
Oui, monsieur?
are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I would